Bonjour, it's that spooky time of the year. In today's video, I'll be going over some of the darkest moments in Dragon Ball. I will be using every trick or treat in the book to make this video. Anyways, it's crunch time, so let's begin. To start things off, let's begin with the story of Dr. Gero. Dr. Gero was the head scientist and founding member of the Red Ribbon Army. Later on, Kid Goku completely dismantles the Red Ribbon Army during his antics in the original Dragon Ball series. Dr. Gero, who wasn't introduced in the original show, survives the incursion and goes into hiding. Gero relocates his lab north of North City in the mountain area, hidden in plain sight. It's here where things go pretty dark. Gero models one of his creations after his deceased son, Jivo, this resulting in Android 16. His son was a high-ranking soldier in the Red Ribbon Army. Common fan theories is that it was Goku who killed his son during his warpath on the Red Ribbon Army, which would explain more of the Doctor's motivation on killing Goku. But that's just a theory, a fan theory. Also to note to new viewers of Dragon Ball, the androids mentioned are technically cyborgs, part human, part machine, and not actually androids, full machine. This happened due to translation errors, and calling them androids was more catchy than calling them cyborgs. So just bear that in mind as we continue the video. Because he based this android on his son, he made the android quite powerful but with a gentle temperament to avoid him being destroyed in battle. Now looking for fresh materials for his experiments, the Doctor meets two well-known troublesome youths, both brother and sister. He then kidnaps them and forcibly turns them into Android 17 and Android 18. They, however, are still rebellious after conversion. I think that this point here is especially creepy and kind of gets glossed over in the anime, but the more you think about this situation, the more disturbing it is. Next up, we have Cell's introduction to the series. The in-world television reports saying that the residents of Ginger Town have mysteriously disappeared. On the lookout, Kami, sensing something sinister lurking around. As the android trio don't have key, it cannot be them. After Kami and Piccolo's reunion, we finally go to Ginger Town. The area completely void of life. Cars abandoned in the middle of the roads, with clothes scattered throughout the city. Something walking around in the shadows. Eventually, the monster shows himself, dragging his latest innocent victim. His name is Cell. This being systematically going around absorbing people into his being, increasing his power ever so steadily. I think this part here is especially dark because no one saw this coming, no one could stop him, and he would take his sweet time doing it. Now let's talk about the bleak and depressing future timeline. This being the one where the androids kill all the Z fighters. The timeline of misery starts off when Goku dies from the heart virus at his home. You see all the Z fighters outside grieving his passing. Then, a few years later, Dr. Gero activates Android 17 and 18, they kill him and start their rampage on Earth. They manage to kill nearly all of the Z fighters except for Gohan, as Trunks is not old enough yet. And because they kill Piccolo, there's no more Dragon Balls to wish everyone back with. The loss of all of his friends causes Gohan to become a Super Saiyan. It's my guess that when Piccolo died, that grief causes Gohan to become a Super Saiyan, but who knows for sure. Then Gohan spends the next 13 years challenging the android duo over and over again. During this time, Trunks becomes old enough to fight and Gohan becomes his teacher. Up to this point, humanity is living in constant fear that the androids may show up to their town and start killing everyone. There is absolutely nothing that the people can do to protect themselves. Now we all know how events play out here. Gohan dies, Trunks goes to the past to warn everyone of the androids, then after his training in the past, he returns to his timeline, kills the androids, then Cell. So a bittersweet ending, right? Humanity is saved. 8 to 9 years after his battle with the androids, a new foe has appeared who starts doing exactly what the androids were doing. This person who is dressed in a black gi and looks exactly like Goku. This kicking off the Goku Black arc of Dragon Ball Super. After Trunks' battle with Goku Black, Bulma suggests to go back in time in aid of the Z fighters. Again. Man, this timeline can't catch a break. They just start to rebuild all of their infrastructure and it gets destroyed all over again. I think with both story points, living in this timeline has to be the most depressing. I think we'll conclude the video with Gohan's nightmares. The first nightmare is the one he gets during the abusive teacher episode. He dreams that Goku has returned from his time in space. He runs up to greet his father, and Goku also greets Chi-Chi. When they go inside the house, Gohan asks Goku where's he been all this time. This is where things get pretty weird. Goku starts making weird noises and morphs into Frieza, who then starts traumatizing Gohan. The next dream dream really takes a gold medal of being creepy. This is a dream he gets during his training in the hyperbolic time chamber with Goku. Gohan starts dreaming of him struggling to get stronger than a Super Saiyan. Then his mother Chi-Chi walks into the hyperbolic time chamber and starts scolding him about getting behind on his studying. Even Piccolo's there acting all awkward. Chi-Chi starts looking for Goku until Cell appears behind her, slaps her to the ground. Piccolo jumps in and is knocked out cold. Cell then proceeds to hover over the two, stomping on both of their heads. It's at this point Gohan gets woken up by Goku and the nightmare is over. And on that note, that concludes this year's Halloween special. I hope you enjoyed it and have a happy Halloween, and until next time.